Now, we start with the latest news from the embattled Kherson region. Russia has said it's going to be withdrawing its troops from the regional capital and other locations on the right bank of the Dnieper River. Now, let's take a look at this. What you can't see here is that the topography here is much lower. So with troops moving back over to this side, this will remove any fears that if the dam is attacked, the water won't flow down and flood those regions. By pulling back here and taking a higher ground, much better for defence. Now, the forces of, and this will obviously avoid any attacks in the region. Take a look at the commanders, the general, the Russian generals talking and telling us more about this.
В этих условиях наиболее целесообразным вариантом.
The enemy is firing randomly at the city. For this reason, it was decided to evacuate the population from the right side of the river. We've provided everything possible to ensure the evacuation. The plans of the enemy to create flooding of territories can lead to dangerous consequences. This is confirmed by the constant shelling of the Kakhovskaya hydroelectric power station. Under these conditions, the most appropriate option is to organise defences along the line of the Dnieper River.
Now, catastrophic flooding could occur if the Ukrainian forces succeed in destroying the dam. The high water would also complicate supply routes, which are used to bring food to the Russian army as well as local residents. Now, eliminating the dam would also jeopardize fresh water supplies to neighbouring Crimea region. To reduce the danger to civilians, Russia has been evacuating tens of thousands of local residents in recent weeks. The troop withdrawal was supported by Russia's Defense Ministry Sergei Shoigu, who also ordered the creation of a new line of defences. Now, General Surovikin also reported on the stable situation in other frontline areas and successful interception of around 80 to 90% of the incoming Ukrainian rockets by Russian forces. He said that the Ukrainian army lost around 12,000 soldiers last month alone, about 8 times more than the Russian losses. Former U.S. Marine Corps intelligence officer Scott Ritter says that by relocating troops, Russia is depriving Ukraine of its pretext for destroying the dam.
I think another thing that the Russians are doing by withdrawing from the right bank is reducing or eliminating the justification that Ukraine could have in blowing up the dam. Now that Russia is evacuating the city of Kherson and the right bank, there's no reason for Ukraine to blow up this dam. So I think Russia is literally removing any justification Ukraine could, because if Russia remained on the right bank and continued to defeat Ukrainian attacks, the Ukrainians, once their force is spent, might come to the conclusion that the only hope they have in preventing a Russian counterattack is to destroy the dam and flood the region. So I think this is also a prophylactic move on the part of the Russians to prevent the Ukrainians trying to have justification for blowing up the dam.